What if the most important part of your life happened before you were even born? Not after your first breath, not after your first steps. Before any of that, a tiny cluster of cells was already making decisions that would shape everything from your heart to your brain. That is human development, also called embryogenesis or embryogeny. And it is one of the most extraordinary processes in biology. Human development is the story of how a single fertilized egg, also called a zygote, becomes a complete human being. It starts with one cell, then two, then four, then a rapidly growing system that knows somehow how to build organs, tissues, and body structures in the right place at the right time. And what makes this even more fascinating is that it is not random. It follows a highly organized sequence controlled by genes, chemical signals, and the environment around the embryo. Here is the basic mechanism. After fertilization, the egg and sperm combine their genetic material to form a zygote. That zygote begins dividing quickly through a process called cleavage. But these early cells are not just multiplying, they are starting to specialize. This is where cell differentiation begins. Different genes turn on and off in different cells, telling some cells to become nerve cells, others muscle, others skin, and so on. Think of it like one blueprint producing multiple kinds of building materials, all from the same original plan. Next comes a critical stage called gastrulation. This is when the embryo forms three main layers: the ectoderm, abbreviated as ecto, the mesoderm, abbreviated as meso, and the endoderm, abbreviated as endo. These layers become the foundation for almost every structure in the body. The ectoderm helps form the brain and skin, the mesoderm becomes muscle, bone, and blood, and the endoderm forms organs like the lungs and digestive tract. That is the real power of development. One early event can set the stage for an entire body. Understanding human development is useful for more than just wonder. It helps doctors, researchers, and parents understand birth defects, also called congenital defects, genetic disorders, miscarriage, and fertility problems. For example, if a developmental signal goes wrong early on, it can affect how the heart forms. That is why some congenital heart defects begin long before birth, during the earliest stages when organs are being laid out. In medicine, this knowledge is essential for prenatal care and diagnosing developmental conditions early. In research, it helps scientists grow stem cells into specific tissues for regenerative medicine. And in fertility treatment, understanding implantation and early embryo development improves the chances of successful pregnancy. Take neural tube development. If the neural tube does not close properly, it can lead to conditions like spina bifida. That is one reason folic acid is so important during early pregnancy. It supports proper neural development before many people even know they are pregnant. Or consider organ formation. Scientists studying development have learned how certain signals tell stem cells to become liver cells or pancreatic cells. That opens the door to future treatments for diseases like diabetes or liver failure. So human development is not just about growth. It is about instruction, timing, and coordination at a scale so precise it still feels almost unbelievable. Before we ever see the world, the body is already building itself with remarkable intelligence. And the more we understand that process, the better we can protect it, guide it, and one day even repair it. Because the beginning of life is not simple. It is one of the most complex and powerful stories in nature. Human development uncovered. The science behind life's earliest beginning is just one small part of reproduction and human development for students of biology and medicine. If you are interested, our full free reproduction and human development for students of biology and medicine course is linked in the description.